Here we are.
Ooh, you was quick, G. Brought us on quick. We are here, Silver and Blue Nation. Everybody's going live right now, ain't they? Live for 95, like Law says. Live like 95. I ain't taking what you said, Law. Just like what you're saying. That's all. Silver and Blue Nation, Big Game James.
Producer G.
We got that dub.
Got the dub. Cowboys win it 27-20 over the Eagles.
Yeah, let me get in here too.
Huge.
Super huge. Let me get in here right quick. Biggest producer G Voltron. Let me get
Appreciate you guys all tuning in right now on Facebook Live and YouTube. If you were on YouTube, you just saw our in-game reaction, which was pretty cool, our first one ever. Make sure you check back every week for that. We're going to try to make that a regular thing. Hopefully some of you guys enjoyed that over on YouTube.
Woo.
That was YouTube exclusive.
Yes. Make sure you tune into that because that was a fun time. We had a good time, and we're going to do a lot more of that.
If you guys are over there watching on Big Game James's Facebook page, make sure you jump over to the Silver and Blue Nation Facebook page.
Get over here.
This is where I'm going to be looking at comments. We can go ahead and start off with a few shout-outs before we dive into this victory.
Okay.
Arthro Logo's in there. Raw Vela Jr., Jay Smith, I'm looking on Facebook. Pharrell Dub Jenkins says, how about them Cowboys? KG Gist says Jason Garrett still needs to go.
Yep.
Ron Smith says, what's up, Big Game James? Producer G, what's up, Ron? And, yeah, so that's the question. There's a poll question right in there. Did Jason Garrett save his job today?
He didn't need to. And let me give one more shout-out to Ron Smith, Wiseman, Santana. What's up with you guys? But, no, I don't think he saved his job for today. He may have saved it for the finish out the year. But, folks, let's not get all, no, we're back on track. Slow down. We beat the Eagles, and that was great. But remember, they were 4-4. They weren't the 5-3 Eagles. They weren't the 6-2 Eagles. They weren't the 7-1 Eagles. They were a team that was only one game ahead of us. So we knocked them down as they were struggling. They had a lot of defensive players that they were missing, especially in that secondary, and that we were able to exploit them. Dak Prescott exploited them. He played a good game today. 26 of 36 for 270 yards, 1 touchdown, and better yet, more than anything else, no turnovers, and that was a great thing.
Over here on YouTube Live, Mustafa Talib says we're going to the Super Bowl. That's a quick overreaction.
Yeah.
Hopefully you're not being serious there. Maybe you are. I don't know. Tina Dunn's in there commenting with us. Lucas Piscopos, Mike Gons. That ain't it, Chief. Captain Payne. These are YouTube usernames. They're great. Angel Days is always in there. Jared Griffin, Boston George says, is Maher cut? You think he gets cut?
No, he ain't getting cut, man. Come on, we ain't got nobody to take his spot.
Smokey says shout out to LVE, Zeke, Amari Cooper, and the left guard.
What's his name? Xavier C. Fialao, something like that.
Stevie Max says Xavier for new starting guard.
Now, come on, folks. Don't do that to Connor Williams. Don't do that to Connor Williams like that. Let's give a shout out not to Xavier. Let's give out the shout out to how about Mark Colombo. He took over the job a couple of weeks ago. He took over midweek, so you couldn't expect him to work magic within half a week. But he said he was going to get back to mean and nasty. He was going to get back to what was right, and he said things were wrong. And you saw today what happened with some good coaching. Not saying Paul Alexander was a bad coach, but he got another week under his belt, Colombo, and you saw what happened. Zeke Elliott, 19 carries, 151 yards. Dak Prescott, even though I think he got sacked like 3 times, he still had a lot of time, a a clean pocket. He looked good as far as being able to have some good pass protection. So we got to give a shout-out to Mark Colombo and shout-out to Zach Martin because he left with a bad-looking injury, and he came back like a warrior and finished that out, and we needed him to finish that game. So shout-outs to Zach Martin for finishing that game out as well.
Yeah, that was huge. And shout-out to you guys tuning in on Facebook Live and YouTube. Make sure you hit the thumbs up and over on YouTube and subscribe button. On Facebook, make sure you hit those emojis down there. We love seeing those. Give us a share. Invite your favorite share the video into your favorite Cowboys groups. Invite your Cowboys friends. We're giving shout-outs. Everybody's happy right now. Cowboys with the big victory. Joe Lucia is in there. Sonny Ippolito, Jose Martin, Vondell Jackson, Raul Vela Jr., Justin Gallegos, Jeremy Allison, Manny Leal, Isaac Santos, Brandon Purifoy, Seth Moon. The names go on and on. Matt Shelby,
love all y'all.
DJ Domino, Daryl Jeffries, Trell Manning.
Thanks
for all your
up,
comments. Whit Merrill Gonzalez is in there. Thank you guys for checking in right now as we kind of just go over what just happened. The Cowboys now 4-5. We started talking about at the beginning if Jason Garrett saved his job. I think it's just the same thing that we've been talking about, how he's not going to have that bad enough stretch of games to lose it, because now you come out, you beat the defending Super Bowl champions, you beat Carson Wentz. Now all of a sudden you got another vote of confidence from Jerry Jones, most likely. And that's just how it's going to be, and that's how it's been, and we should not be surprised.
Let's not get fooled.
Again, we already know Jason Garrett is not going to lose more than three to four games in a row. You know what I mean? So
well,
the pattern shows it.
I was looking on Twitter, and a shout out to Ari Timken. What's up, big dog? But he did say, in his tweet that no matter what you say about Jason Garrett, his team's never quit on him. I would give him on that statement a shout out on that statement, because I believe that is true. They don't quit on him. They seem to always fight, and just like you said, time and time again, G. There's a rarity where you see Garrett go on a 4 or 5 game losing streak. We said that you don't see him do that. It just doesn't happen. He always seems to bounce back, and that's what keeps Jerry keeping him there, because he's like, guess what? The chips were down, everything was bad, and look, we bounced back, we persevered. We scored 27 points with Scott Linehan. So I just hope he doesn't get fooled and say, oh, well, we're back now. We're back on the road to what we want to do, because too many times that does not happen. And yes, this was a great game, but we also have to look at, not take anything away, but Philly was shorthanded on that defensive side of the football.
Yeah, there's no doubt
and
about
the offensive
that.
side.
And we still could barely get past him, really.
I mean,
Joe Lucius says Garrett's always getting bailed out.
Let's not get fooled. Garrett still got to go.
Brian Fitzgerald says LVE's a beast. Him and Jalen are the future. The future is now. That's got to be your player of the game today. I know Zeke had a huge game, and Dak played well, but I think LVE's got to be the guy.
He saved the game.
I felt like he not only saved the game with that great open field tackle that he had on, I think it was Golden Tate, or whoever it was, but I think today was another game, kind of a breakout game for him. Not that he was already breaking out, but this just kind of put the exclamation point on the type of season he's been having, and a great start to the second half of the season for the young rookie linebacker, who to me is right now the candidate for Defensive Rookie of the Year.
He's definitely a candidate. There's some other guys out there balling. Derwin James is one. Leonard from the Colts has also been a baller. So there's some other guys that's going to give him a challenge, but he is definitely proven his worth on that first-round pick. A lot of people doubted it. I was including myself doubting it, taking him as high as 19. But he has shut up the critics. He is shutting up the doubters each game, and it was a great pick, especially with Sean Lee sitting on that sidelines, because we remember last year when Sean Lee went out, the defense went to hell. Now Sean Lee is sitting out there on the bench. We going into Philadelphia Eagles with a rookie linebacker. He comes out with 10 tackles or more, a big game-saving tackle, and also his first interception recorded in his pro NFL career. So this dude is just playing lights out all the way across the board. Jalen Smith as well. These two guys are just bouncing off each other, continue to play even better, going to higher heights. And people are forgetting Damian Wilson is another guy who was playing uneven last year. And I personally was like, what's going on with Damian Wilson? And he has quietly also had a good year blending in with that linebacking core. So it's just great to see that you had a guy like Sean Lee going as a leader that we had, and now we don't even feel like we miss a beat with him, and that's a great thing.
I want to thank you all for the comments. I'm also looking for those Eagles haters that have been in our feeds.
Exactly.
All
Where you
pregame.
Where they at?
A lot of them was in there.
Where they at now?
Pregame, postgame. Guru did say, I'll give you guys that. You had a good game.
Appreciate you,
So there's
Guru.
one coming back.
Hey, I appreciate that.
We appreciate you, but I'm not seeing these other haters that have been in here the whole time.
Right. You know how they was just following the feed, G, saying, y'all, we suck, this, and this. Fly, eagle, fly. Fly, eagle, fly. You ain't flying now because we shot you guys down and them birds is dead for the night. So tuck your birds in. We plucked your feathers, and you're going to bed tonight. I've already sent a text message to a few good people I know, and I will be talking to you after the show and asking you what happened. That's all. What happened?
If we don't get everybody's comments, there's just so many coming in. It's going to be hard to keep up, but I'm going to try to give as many shout-outs as I can as we go along. Dashiko Thompson in here watching on Facebook Live. Jakara Williams, Shane Hirschfeld, our guy Bob Hex in there again. Leon Davis is back, says LVE is legit. I think everybody's loving that pick now. A lot of people were kind of skeptical about that when it first happened in the draft in the first round, but that's the guy the Cowboys were eyeing the entire way. They always had him up high, number one on their board, as a matter of fact.
They did.
So
and they didn't waver from that pick at all.
They knew it was their guy. They knew who they wanted. He fell right to them, and so far it's turned out to be a great pick. And we don't have to rely on Sean Lee anymore. The biggest thing was before when Sean Lee went down, the defense was finished. He had no defense. Last year, Jalen Smith was still coming back, still getting his feet back under him. Now he's fully back, has his feet back. It's just the sky's the limit for that defense and those linebackers. So you got to be excited about that.
And shout out to, remember, because I told you at the beginning of our pregame show, I said I was going to take Philly with the W because I felt like we were reeling. I didn't know what offense was going to show up. I felt like we're going to be Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde again. But shout out to defensive coordinator Chris Richard. Somebody mentioned to him on here.
Brandon Purefoy.
So shout out to you, Brandon, for mentioning him. But yes, big shout out to Chris Richard because he swayed my decision. They went out, remember we were doing our pregame, and they were getting the scuffle in the beginning of the before the game even started at midfield. Chris Richard was right in the middle of it. And once I seen him in the middle of it and I posted that on the pages, I was like, you know what? I'm switching up. I'm going with the victory, but because I feel like Chris Richard has motivated the team, and I feel like that is going to get us over the hump. And lo and behold, we pulled the dub. I said 20-17, but 27-20 ain't that far off.
Jordan Almanzar on YouTube says maybe the Titans aren't as bad as we thought.
Yeah. They got a good defense.
They smacked the Patriots today. Giovanni Ramirez says, yo, James and G. What's up, Giovanni?
What's up, Giovanni? I love the name.
Appreciate you. Murray Jules tunes in. I'm looking on Facebook Live. John Bailey, Jose Marin, Dante Cleveland, Patrick O'Brien, John Baird, Tony Rigg, Willie Stovall.
What up, Willie?
I know you wanted to call in, Willie, but we're not going to be here very long tonight.
Sorry, it's on the late night.
We're definitely going to be having a lot more content coming here very soon. Maybe we can get streams going a few days a week, something like that. That would be great. Johnny Towler's in there. Mary Grenlin, he's got to be up early, so we can't stay up late. Raheem Scott, Campos, Julio. I'm just trying to get a lot of names in here. Everybody on YouTube, appreciate you as well, and Facebook. Give us that thumbs up on YouTube. Subscribe on Facebook. Give us a like, a share. Make sure you turn on notifications. We do this every single week. Roosevelt Guy says, what's up?
Hey, appreciate you. Barry the Godfather, he's in the feed. What's up? He said appreciates us. I appreciate you, Barry. Love you, dog.
Barry Griffith, thank you. He says good stuff, guys. Thanks for
that
comment. Katina says, what was up with the scuffle before the game?
Check the page, girl. Check the page. You know the routine now. Don't play.
Check the Big Game James, Silver and Blue Nation Facebook pages.
You out here playing, girl.
Trell Manning also says a big shout out to Randy Gregory. He was pressuring all night.
Yes, they were. Hey, big shout out to the front four. Tyrone Crawford was pressuring. He doesn't have a lot of sacks, but he's one of the top linemen as far as pressure. Antoine Woods, another good game pressuring up the middle. Also, Daniel Ross. DeMarcus Lawrence, like I said before, re-signed this man, DeMarcus Lawrence. This guy's playing with a torn labrum, was in there. He had the big sack on Carson, almost had the big sack when he knocked the ball out of his hand from the backside. Sign DeMarcus Lawrence, please, Cowboys. He is our cornerstone. He has proved his worth, has he not, G? He said he was going to come out and do it these last couple of years. He has proved it. I know he's going to cost a lot of money, but we have money under the cap next year, and he needs to be back in the fold as far as a long-term deal because he's a leader on the defense.
Yeah, he's one of them type of players where his career has developed exactly the way it's supposed to.
Yes.
Like if you could have a model of the way you would want NFL players to develop, that's been DeMarcus Lawrence. He's just slowly evolved. Other than a few injuries early on in his career, he's just gotten better and better each season. And that's exactly what you hope to see from a guy like that. And that's why he now is ready for this huge payday, and he deserves it.
He deserves it. He deserves the money.
Jerry Jones being the billionaire that he is, it's time to pay it up.
Yeah, he needs to pay this man. Pay that man his money. Pay DeMarcus Lawrence his money.
We seen what happened when we lost DeMarcus Ware, how big of an impact that was, not having that pass rusher. I know we got these young guys with Gregory and Charlton, but they're still not proven yet.
And they need that leadership, and DeMarcus Lawrence is that leader.
Without a doubt. Every time you watch press conferences or anything going on in the locker room, he's right there.
Yep.
He's the voice in there. The guys respect him. I mean, how could you not for his play? I mean, he's just a beast.
Yeah. And he's battled back. You know, he had the injuries. He had the little bit of he had the drug suspension as well. So a lot of people were kind of doubting him. I know I was coming into last year when he said he was a 10-sack guy, and he came in and proved himself. And even though he doesn't have like the high sack total he had last year, you can see what a difference he makes when he gets in there and starts wreaking havoc. He makes the game easier for the other players, and I just love the way he's playing. Had a little uneven game from the secondary here and there with Anthony Brown. He be tripping, giving up some plays, but big play at the end by Jeff Heath. And, Carson Wentz, still did his thing. I think he still threw over for 360 yards, and Zach Ertz, 14 catches for like 150. We knew he was going to be the main person that was going to exploit us, but kudos to Cowboys. Every time the Eagles came and scored, we came back and had a big score. And even when I thought we were going to give up that game, when we got inside the 5-yard line and we end up settling for a field goal, and then Maher missed a field goal, you were thinking, oh, well, here it goes again. The Dallas Cowboys, we're going to do this again like we always do. But we got to give a shout-out to the offensive line and the offense as a whole, that even every time the Philadelphia Eagles came back and scored and tied us up, we came back on a big drive and counter. So we got to give shout-outs to Dak Prescott. I have to. We have to. A lot of people have dogged him. I said last week he's still playing inconsistent, but today he brought it. I'm going to tell you right now, I didn't think Dak Prescott was going to have a good game here in Philly. But guess what? He went toe-to-toe with Carson Wentz. Threw some great passes. Did he miss some people? Yes. I know we had the one pass where he dumped off to Ezekiel Elliott, and Gallup was over the middle for a wide-open touchdown. He held the ball a couple of times from some sacks. He missed a couple of throws, but at the end of the day, he persevered. He played a great game. He made some clutch throws. And so I'm going to give a shout-out to Dak Prescott today. You played a good game, sir.
Over on YouTube, XGamble MCV3 says Bay Area in here. Shout out to the backup lineman. He's talking about Xavier.
Yes, Xavier played a great game today.
Back on Facebook, Jenny Brown Sky wants some glory hole. We haven't done that yet.
And it is a reminder. I've been here when it was
some good glory hole today,
and I've been here when it wasn't. And so, having said that, I want
me some glory hole.
And how about them Cowboys?
How about them Cowboys? Boom, 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 boom. It's always a good week, whether it's winter outside, because Lord knows, G, it's getting cold out there, ain't it? It's getting cold out here in Ohio. Folks, it's getting cold out here in Ohio. But what always keeps us warm is a Dallas Cowboy victory. And what's even better when you have a good week when Dallas Cowboy wins, when they beat the Philadelphia Eagles. That's always a better week to shut them Eagles up. And, I'd like to talk to Travis Kelce and Jason Peters. Thank you for running your mouths like you did at the beginning of the week, talking about all our Cowboys and how we're overrated. We're bandwagon fans. Take that L and like it, because you ain't fly, Eagle, fly. It's cry, Eagle, cry. And I will be hollering at all your fans this week and trolling you. Ooh, I'm going to troll.
Our proud patron, Marvin Hargrove Sr., says Zeke ate good tonight. Yes, he did. Receiving as well as rushing. Solomon Jernigan says, I just don't like Prescott dropping too far in the pocket instead of stepping up and passing. Yeah, I mean, you got to get the ball out of his hand quick. We can see that's his strength. That's what they got to do.
Up-tempo.
We talked about the screenplays, how I don't find that sustainable. But like you said, though, if they can tailor to his skills and strengths, which is getting, you said it, up-tempo, getting that ball out of his hand quick,
he's a better player.
He can have some success. But, again, until he can develop and grow as a quarterback and, develop the things of a great quarterback, because a lot of guys don't have that initially. They got to develop that. Until then, you can find ways to make it work, as you've seen tonight. Now that the question is, can you do it consistently?
Well, that's what I was saying. We need to get different type of coaches. Even though they won this game, let's not be deceived by the coaching staff. We still don't want them beyond because it's still going to be mediocre for the Cowboys. That's just my personal opinion about it. I still would like to see him get a different coordinator to continue to work to his strengths, because Linehan and them guys, they're suspect, and I don't trust them. You just saw this game where we look like world beaters getting over 400 yards. Then you'll see the next game where we get over only 158. That's the consistency I'm not trying to deal with this staff any longer. I want guys that are going to win and win every week.
Darren Posey says Garrett didn't clap at all today. There's a lot of people in here saying that there's no Garrett clapping today, so
There
that's
wasn't.
big.
And did you notice how bold he was tonight, G? Went for it on 2 fourth downs. The third down, the 30-yard line, that fourth down.
Yeah, we said it during the game.
Desperation. Desperado. He was desperado,
He's desperado.
today. He was desperado.
That's what was going on there. Now, really, you should just be playing like you're desperado all the time.
Every week.
That'll probably help you win.
Hey, guess what? You know what? He could have found a formula today. Guess what? What happened when we were today, G? When we weren't conservative, when we went for it and we didn't play scary. Guess what happened today, G?
You know how they'll make T-shirts and then slogans like "Finish this fight"?
Yeah.
We should get one that says "Desperado" on it.
Desperado. Maybe put Garrett in desperado situations and he'll win. But at the end of the day, just like you said, G, when we don't play conservative, because conservative does not win in the NFL. He went for it for 2 fourth downs because he knows why he was going for it. Your job was on the line. So when you went for it and you took the odds and you took the chance, guess what? We end up winning the game. And that's what happens when you play with guts.
Bob Heck said, give Joe Looney some credit.
Yes, sir. He's been a rock all season.
Ty Davis says, and I'm looking on Facebook Live, Ty Davis says, did you think Garrett called the plays tonight?
No, I think Linehan still controlled it, and I just feel like they exploited their weaknesses, which you're supposed to do as a coordinator. They didn't have anybody out there in the secondary. They exploited it. And also, did you notice that how they were gashing that middle? They kept coming with that run. 19 carries, big yards. I mean, at one point, Zeke was averaging 10 yards a carry.
He had 14 for 140 at one point.
Exactly.
Angel Rodriguez says Sean Lee off the bench for the rest of the year. You've been saying that.
I've been said that.
Gabriel Reyes says we still need a better coach.
Yes, I agree.
Jose Marin says give my man Gallup the ball more.
Yes. He had that one pass where that's where I was talking where we overthrew Gallup when he had a great pass over there. And Dak missed him. But Gallup still needs to continue to get the ball. That quick little outside screen they threw to him, nice play.
Angel Rodriguez says those linebackers are looking like Urlacher and Briggs.
Man, hey.
And you also have that defensive coordinator that those guys had with Rod Marinelli.
Yes, sir. Looking real good. Looking real good. And Cheeto had a little – I didn't say he had a great game, but he had a couple big plays, especially with the pass defense where he knocked that pass down on that third down. That was a touchdown.
And he had a huge hit earlier in the game,
too. A big hit on Nelson Aguilar.
To stop him short of a first down.
Short of a first down. And shout-outs just for the defense. You know, they play really good, but LVE, I can't say enough about him on the defense. Randy Gregory had the big sack, and he was pressuring all game. But LVE with another big game. And we got to remember, folks, this guy is a rookie. And Ryan Drab, shout out to Ryan Drab. He got in my inbox, and he said, what were we talking about, how LVE couldn't get off those blocks, and that was one of his problems. Well, that big tackle he had right there, he had 2 men in front of him, and he got off both of those blocks and made that huge tackle. So just big shout-outs to LVE. Salutes to you. I doubted you at the 19th pick. Once again, I am telling you from the bottom of my heart, Leighton Vander Esch, I am sorry.
Eric Kashani says Gallup got wide open a lot. Once Dak didn't see him, it would have been a long touchdown. Yeah, we've seen that one. We were definitely seen that where he missed him on a wide open touchdown, instead dumped it down to Zeke. But hey, I mean, you're probably gonna have that a lot. We were watching Tom Brady earlier and talking about how we saw him miss a wide open guy.
And we was like, we should take a snapshot of that because he had that touchdown he missed over the middle and he dumped it off to the running back.
Same situation.
Same exact situation.
Let's see here. Ron Smith says I'm liking Gallup. I like Gallup.
I like Gallup too, especially at the number 2.
I was going to say I really thought this Amari Cooper addition and having Beasley man in that slot would really help out Gallup, and I think it has.
Yes, but this is what gets you a little bit excited to me, G. Did you see when we were sitting down doing the live game, did you see when they were getting Cole Beasley involved? Cole Beasley over that middle. When you start out getting Amari Cooper getting hot in the beginning, which I liked. I did like it. I didn't want them to continue to force it, but I liked it. So you got Cooper involved early. Now it opened up that offense for everybody else. Now you see a Gallup open. Now you see Cole Beasley running or crossover on the slant or hitting you on the outside. Now that's when that offense becomes more explosive because of what Amari Cooper brings to the table. So when people were saying that first round pick was too rich, no, it wasn't. Cooper is every bit as advertising. He is a monster.
Junkyard Dog, Jordan Almanzar. I see you guys over here on YouTube. Tommy Brady, Juan Madrid. I'm coming back to you guys in just a sec. I'm still looking on Facebook right now. There's so many people watching. A lot of comments to get to. Jay Outlaw Perez says, how about that hurdle from Zeke?
Yes, nice.
That was huge.
We wish you could have stayed up and got that touchdown. That would have been a great highlight.
Yes, but in my mind, that's still his best hurdle of his career so
far.
far.
Oh, heck yeah. Did you see how high he was?
If he would have scored, that would have made it incredible because you normally don't even see guys run much after they do a hurdle.
Exactly.
He actually got his feet back under him and then stumbled.
And remember, you was talking because you remember we had his pops on the not on our Cowboy show, but we had his pops on the Buckeye show, and you said that he loves his son doing them hurdles because you said he was posting right after he did that hurdle on his Facebook page.
And that's what Zeke's mom did in college too.
And he
Missouri.
was nasty in high school. I think he actually had like a state record as far as those hurdles.
Eric Doxson says Cooper was worth the trade. I see a couple people saying he was worth that first-round pick.
Yes.
Definitely.
Oh, yes.
You can definitely see his abilities when they're on the same page.
Just watching him in and out of his breaks is so lovely. It's like poetry in motion. It's this sweetness. When you watch him in and out of his breaks, he loses everybody. You cannot guard him like that. He's so smooth. And he doesn't talk.
He's kind of like a bigger Cole Beasley when it comes to the little quick movements in small space.
And he don't talk.
Brian Engledew says this is one of the fastest defense I've seen from Dallas in a long time. They swarm to the ball. Yeah, I mean, how many times did we see in that game where it would be like a short yardage situation and you see every defender just kind of all gang piled on the ball carrier?
They definitely run to the ball, but Marinelli always teaches and preaches that ever since he's been any kind of coordinator in the league. Run to the ball, maximum effort. He's always about maximum effort. Some things you can't teach on the defense, but you can never teach effort. And that's what Rob Marinelli and Chris Richard, they demand effort. And you see it on the field with this defense.
Gabriel Herrera says, fire Jason Garrett. Yeah, I mean, you're going to have a lot of people that still – this game for me didn't change anything. Jason Garrett.
Nope. Not at all. Not at all. But as I said before – I'm just glad that we got the victory and beat the Eagles, and we're still in contention. We're still in contention for the playoffs because the NFC, we talked about it, time and time again, that when there's an opportunity, when the NFC is down, Dallas doesn't take care of those opportunities. Well, here's an opportunity where the NFC East is down, and we're still in the mix. Atlanta took that big loss against the Browns, and we go to Atlanta. So we can go to Atlanta and beat them on the road, and then guess what's next week happens after that, is the Washington Redskins matchup. So then that takes even more precedent of what's going to happen, and we can come back and beat them because Washington, they only scored one offensive touchdown on us in Washington, and that was at the very beginning of the game. They did not dominate us.
Money Making Mall on YouTube says Heath is the GOAT, and Manny Lil says Heath coming through again on the fourth. Yes, I mean, that's what Jeff Heath has kind of created a niche for that. As you remember last year, stopping Derek Carr short. When the game's on the line at the end, he might miss tackles and things like that, but he is a clutch player in my mind.
Yeah, he Jeff Heath the GOAT. That's what he got the nickname, and we're just I'm going to stay with it. I told you last year how I felt about Heath. I actually had to pay somebody $100. I can't remember his name because I bet him. I said, Jeff Heath ain't going to be starting next year. And he said, where's my money? Where's my money? So I had to pay him through Cash App and give him his money about Jeff Heath. But I would, like you said, Jeff Heath, he'll make you mad because he'll miss 4 or 5 tackles, and you're like, why do you keep taking these bad angles after 5 years? And then he comes in and saves the day. And it's always he seems to save the day in passing situations. Have you noticed that? When it's a big pass play, Jeff Heath always seems to come through either with a big interception, a big hit, or big tackle in a pass play. So shout outs to you, Jeff Heath. You was the GOAT again tonight.
Jose Marin, I'm looking still on our Facebook Live. Well, I got a couple questions. Nathan, and this one you can say quick. Nathan James Hightower says, is it time to have concern about the kicker?
No, I mean, right? We knew Maher was a long distance kicker. He wasn't one of those most accurate kickers. He had the big leg, and that's why they got him, because Bailey was missing on those big field goals. So we can't trip out because he missed that short or was uneven on that, because his repertoire was kicking long, big field goals. Who else are you going to try out? He hasn't killed us this year. He saved some games. He's won a game for us. So let's not cut the cord already, folks. Calm down. He's a kicker.
Jose Marin says, so who wins the NFC East? G asking me. So
there it is, G.
The Redskins are 6-3, and I feel like you are what your record says you are. And I feel like the Cowboys beat the Eagles, and we thought the Eagles were great, but we don't think the Cowboys are that great. I've seen consistency from the Redskins. They have a solid quarterback. I know Alex Smith his ceiling isn't very high, but we also know that we know what he is, and he's going to win you 10 games. I mean, that's what Alex Smith does.
So they're winning the East?
They're winning the East. The Redskins will take the East this year with 10 wins.
I don't believe they're going to win the East.
I think so. They already got one up on us.
Yeah.
I don't know the rest of the schedule, so I can't really say for sure. But based on what I'm seeing right now, and you are what your record says you are, I feel like they have a great chance being up 2 games on everybody.
Yeah, I'm just not going to give it to the Redskins that quickly. I don't like y'all, and I'm sorry. I just can't.
They've shown the most consistency out of any team so far.
True, but they still have Gruden as their coach, and they've known to choke.
Tanner says, are we really in AT&T Stadium? Yeah, we're right there on the field.
We're right there. You see me dancing on it?
You didn't realize?
You didn't know? We can. We right there. Hey,
this is exclusive.
We talked to the security people, and they said, you're allowed to go in and do your show. Just make sure you clean up your equipment quickly.
We got a nice little set here. You can't tell, but we got a nice little lights, camera, action set up right here on the field.
Hoorah. It's a copycat league.
It is a copycat league in all phases of life, so be prepared for that.
All phases of life is a copycat league.
It's a lesson for you guys out there. If you're ever successful at something, expect someone to copycat, and you're just going to have to deal with that.
That's what it is.
That's just something that comes with having success.
Success.
People want to bite your style because they want a piece of the pie that you have. Mama T's in there. Appreciate you looking on Facebook.
What's up, Mama T?
Gabriel Herrera, Bam Franklin says, thank God we needed that win.
What up, Big Bam?
Everybody says we needed that win. Everybody wants that. I'm not happy about the win.
I'm not excited.
I'm ready to lose and get Jason Garrett out of there.
There you go. I'm being honest with you. I'm not like doing cartwheels. I'm just happy we beat the Eagles because I can't stand them. I don't like losing to them because their fans just talk so much trash and they just act like they're the best team in the world and they're not. But I feel what you're saying. I just don't want Jimmy. I don't want Jerry Jones to get that. Oh yeah, see fans, we're okay. I told you. See, just be patient. I told you Garrett was. I told you it was okay. See, and I'm not getting fooled by that any longer. I'm not drinking the Kool-Aid, Jerry. You're not fooling me anymore. You gave me that good Kool-Aid with grape and cherry and fruit punch, and you fooled me for so long. But now I'm not drinking that Kool-Aid any longer. I think it's sour.
Yeah. No. Produced by Germs updates me on the Redskins schedule. He says Texans, Cowboys, Eagles, Giants, Jags, Titans. Yes, the Redskins will win the NFC East.
We'll see.
They might lose 2 games in that stretch.
Man, the Redskins ain't sweet, dog. I'm not giving it to them like that. I'm sorry.
I'm not saying they're sweet, but I'm saying that they're better than the Cowboys, the Eagles, the Giants. Maybe not the Eagles.
I don't think they're
when
better
the Eagles
than us.
are healthy.
I don't think they're better than us.
They're better than the Jags. They're better than the Titans, I would say.
Oh, no, I don't think they're beating the Titans. The Titans got a monstrous D.
Adrian Peterson, man.
I feel you, but that Titans D is just nasty.
They did lose Paul Richardson to IR.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to hurt. That was one of Alex Smith's go-to guys.
And you got to look at they play Tampa Bay. Come on, Tampa Bay ain't that good.
Yeah, so I don't know.
We'll see.
Produced by Germ saying they're going to go 1-5. I don't think so during that stretch of games for the Redskins.
Like I said, I can't believe in the Redskins because I don't think Gruden is that great of a coach, and I just feel like they're overplaying. And once they get into that stretch, just like Gruden, if you listen to the Redskins fans, because a lot of my friends are Redskins fans, they say the same thing about Gruden. They ain't drinking the Kool-Aid. He fools you. They'll play really good, and then next thing you know, they give it up, and that's just what I feel like is going to happen.
Okay, I guess if they don't win it, the Eagles go on a stretch and they win it. It's not going to be the Cowboys, so let's just Close that door. Don't. It's not going to be the Giants. So
I'm gonna keep
it's
hope
Eagles
alive.
or Redskins.
I'm gonna keep hope alive. Keep hope alive. Keep hope alive. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go home tonight and pray. Lord, I know Jason Garrett and Scott Linehan ain't the people. I know they're not, Lord. In your name, I know they're not. But I still wouldn't mind winning the East, Lord. In your name, thank you. Amen.
I want to appreciate everybody who checked us out tonight, who commented on Facebook Live and YouTube and gave us a share, a like, all that good stuff. Subscribe to us. If you don't agree with what I'm saying, that's fine. If you don't agree with what he's saying, that's fine. We still appreciate you and your opinions as well. Everybody's entitled to their own. None of us here are so-called experts, and even the experts aren't experts.
Right.
It's all an opinion anyway. So,
Yep. Actual fact.
we still just want to be a big community regardless of how we feel, because everybody's going to pick one side of the field, as you like to say, right or left side. So either way, though, we're all in the same arena.
We're all in the same game. You don't remember that rap song? We all in the same game.
So make sure you guys are checking back in. Juan Madrid says, is this live? Yes, Juan. If you didn't know,
Juan.
I think I answered a couple of your questions. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yes, it's live, Big Juan. How you doing, Big Dog?
Produced by Germ throws Eagles schedule at us. He says the Eagles got the Saints, Giants, Redskins, Cowboys, Rams, Texans.
Ooh.
So, yeah, the Saints is going to be tough. The Rams will be tough, and Texans. So, yeah, I mean.
We're still in it, G. We're still in it. Remember, we ain't believing in them staffs now. We're just saying we're still in it. We're not believing in the staff, but we are saying we're still in it.
I'm just going based on my last 25 years of experience. Like, we're not winning. I mean, that's just all there is to it.
I'm going to just keep hope alive.
It's good to be hopeful.
Keep hope alive.
Stevie Mack says no Vaseline for Eagles fans tonight.
Oh, I like that one. Give it to them. Hey, if you got Eagles fans out there, make sure you troll them, because you know if they would have beat us, they would have been all on your Facebooks. They'd have been texting your phone. They'd have been blowing you up at work, talking all that Eagle trash. Guess what? Tell them it's okay. We got you.
I'm looking at YouTube, AF_1892, and he says something that I agree with, and I've thought this before too. He says you look like Dave Chappelle. He said, anyways, go Cowboys.
Yes, don't worry. I've had quite a few people tell me that, and I don't get mad at that.
If you listening, help!
I don't get mad at that because he's rich. So I'm like that. If I could look like him and get some of that paper he's getting, call me that all day. I'll be his cousin.
Juan said Juan Madrid, like the city in Spain. Producer G, I feel like I'm saying that. Juan Madrid, right? Juan, yes.
Madrid.
Juan Madrid.
Yes,
okay.
Madrid.
Okay, there we go.
Madrid.
B. Parker says no. He looks like Juicy J. Talking about you.
Juicy J. Okay, I'll take Juicy J too, because Juicy J is one of my favorite producers, and I love 3 6 Mafia. So I'll take the Juicy J comparison. I'll take that too. I appreciate it.
Thanks for your comments, Mike Kleitz, Clint Moore, Eugene Fisher, Brandon Hibbets, Markina Hall. Thank you for commenting. Kevin Downs, I'm looking at Facebook Live. Markina Hall says the Zeke hurdle was beautiful. It was a thing of beauty. Bam Franklin wants some glory hole.
Give it to him.
And it is a reminder, I've been here when it was glory hole days, and I've been here when it wasn't. And so having said that,
I want me some glory hole.
I don't have time to have a bad time.
There it is.
You love them or you hate them, but you will tune in and turn in to see what people are saying about them. That's why they call America's team.
How about them Cowboys?
All right, guys, we got to go. We got to be up in the morning.
Yeah, man, I got the new job. I got to be there at 6 in the morning, y'all. So you got to see the dedication and love, because we both got to drive almost like an hour home, too. And then I got to get right back up to work. But guess what? It does not matter, because we're here for you guys, the fans, whenever.
Yeah, so again, Ron Garrett says good night, Voltron and Big Game James. The
Producer G Voltron.
The name is catching on. I think we're going to have to roll with that. Ryan Dye says my Jerry impression during the game was awesome. He said, it is a reminder.
Yeah, he got that. He got that. And
I think I've kind of picked up on it in my actual speaking a little bit. I kind of go,
Nathan James Hightower says he's off tomorrow, so keep going. Sorry, I feel you. You lucky. You're lucky.
Yeah, well,
off.
And Ron Smith says take care. Take care, Ron. We appreciate you.
They're 3 hours back too. He in Utah.
Yeah, and we are looking to add more content throughout the week, and more live streams and things like that. We definitely will be hitting you very heavy soon with lots of cool content. So watch for that. So by doing that, you got to subscribe to all of our channels, turn on your notifications, like the videos, share the videos, follow us. That's all you got to do, and you will be on board with Silver and Blue Nation and see all the cool stuff that we have cooking up.
Cooking it up, cooking it up. I know we're gonna be cooking up some. No, we just cut a couple of videos today actually, and we got some more things in the process. So once again, continue to like and share the page, Silver and Blue Nation, Big Game James. Check us out on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and if you don't, check our live presentation that we're doing now. You can always replay us back. You can get on iTunes, you can get on Google Play and SoundCloud. We're all right there. So you have no excuses of why you don't want to hear some good fan cowboy stuff, because like G said, we ain't come on here saying we was the experts. We came on here with the plan and agenda, and it's working.
And next week is Producer G's birthday
Oh,
weekend, so it's gonna be litty like a titty in here.
Oh, he said litty like a titty.
Litty like a titty.
Saying those gross words on air.
Titty is Tiddie. It's litty like a titty.
Litty like a titty.
So come back next week. We got a 1 o'clock game, Cowboys Falcons. We're gonna be here for pregame.
Big game.
We're going to do some more in-game reaction stuff on our YouTube, so make sure you subscribe in there.
Yes.
And then also, we will be back for the post-game reaction as well, as we always do.
And let's try to get a 2-game win streak, especially because we owed them Falcons after that debacle from last year. We owe payback to them for sure. For sure. And Eric Macklin, I'm coming after you if we beat you, and you know who you are, buddy.
So until next week, make sure you guys watch for new content. And until then, that's Big Game James.
And that's Producer G, Voltron.
And this show is over.